Hey y'all, welcome back to this week's episode of AMA Friday with Amy Miller, Recruiting in Yoga Pants. All right, so this week we're going to beat, for the last time, this dead horse about will I be bored if I take a role that I am fully qualified for. I hope this is the last time we have to talk about it. I'm tired of hearing myself talk about it. I'm sure you are too. So I want to start with some interesting poll results. Okay, and I will link to the post down below. You can go check it out for yourself. But rough overview. I did a poll and I asked people to think about their current or most recent job or a role that they've held for some time that they were fully qualified for. 4 options. Were you bored? Was there, not bored? There was always more to do. Yeah, it was maybe a little boring, but I liked the stability, so I was happy in that job. Or I got promoted. I transferred. I moved on from that role. Okay, those were the options. Only had 4 options, okay? Guess what? The vast majority, 81%, were not bored. Over 1,000 respondents, so not a terrible sample size for a 3-day poll. But 60% were just flat out like, nah, there was always more to do. There was always something I could learn. There was always something I could lean into. No, not bored. 21% were not bored because they actually used that opportunity to get to the next step. They were promoted. They transferred to something better. That's an option, y'all. You understand that, right? Like, if you accept a job, nobody's holding you hostage. You can promote, you can transfer, you can move around, you can volunteer. There's options. We're going to talk about that. Okay. There was a small number of folks, 5%, who actually preferred it. Like, yes, I like the stability. Leave me alone. Let me sit in my boredom. And I respect it, okay? I'm telling you, there are days I want that job. And of course, 14% were bored. And I understand. I get it. That is going to happen, all right? And I fully understand that there's so many nuances to all of this. There's industry, there's level, there's job scope, there's all kinds of things. Here's an example. Maybe you're a receptionist. Maybe your job is answering phones. Maybe you do an occasional, filing or fun little project for somebody, but you man the front desk. Perhaps there's not a lot to grow from there. I understand. This is not universal. I'm never going to be able to give you a one size fits all approach or answer to any job search question. But I think for the most part, and I've been a receptionist, I've run the front desk in my day. Do you know how many times I was given extra work just because I asked? And do you know how many times that connected me to different opportunities, different leaders, different people who helped my career move forward? How do you think I got into recruiting, friends? Right place, right time, need the right people. We'll talk about that story another time. All right. So what do I do with this information? Okay, fine, Amy, I'll take a job that I'm going to be bored in. What do you want from me? Here's how I want you to frame your thinking and change your thinking. Okay? First of all, I need you to understand the economy that we are in. This is 2025, friends. We broke. Okay? Companies are more risk adverse than ever. Hiring is happening, but in certain pockets, in certain industries, we're seeing layoffs continue every day. Like, this is not a market to be playing around with. I wish that was not true. I much prefer an employee market. I do. I actually think it's more fun to recruit in an employee-driven market. It's fun. We get to make big offers. We get to they're empowered. They're feeling good about their search. Like, they can demand things. I Love that. I prefer that every day of the week. I dislike an employer-led market because I need a sip, okay? Look, it's after hours. Don't judge me, okay? Been a rough week. I dislike an employer-led market because hiring managers, sometimes, not all, not every time, not every industry, not every manager, but many of them fall into one of two traps. Fallacy of choice. Well, I'll just, yeah, well, that person looks good, but look, I know there's like 8 million unemployed people. I'm sure you can find someone better for me. That's risk one. Risk two. I don't know, this is scary. What if it doesn't work out? They're risk adverse. They're nervous. They have this one precious head count. They don't want to misuse it. These are real things over the years, through multiple recessions, the housing bust, the dot-com bust, all the things I've recruited through, which were not fun. These are real things I would have to coach managers on. And if you think this year of our Lord 2025 is not having some of the same impacts that we saw in 2005, 99, 2009, friends, you have not been paying attention, or you've not been in the working world long enough. I'm old, so I have the years and years of history to back it up. So what are you as a job seeker supposed to do? I need you to understand what you're up against. You are competing with, 81% of people who are not afraid to be bored because they know they can find more to do. They know they can work towards that promotion or that move. That's your competition. These are not people, 81% of the respondents, these are not people who are sitting on LinkedIn complaining about how unfair it is that no one will give me a chance. They're going to work at places that they know they can nail the job. Okay? I see those resumes all the time. And matter of fact, I just was doing some research in my recent hires, doing some, kind of backwards math and what's working and what's not working, what we need to pivot. And I noticed a really interesting trend. The majority of offers that I have extended in this calendar year so far, 3 months in, unemployed. So on the one hand, that feels amazing. I got people back to work. I love that. That is awesome. I love that. But it also indicates to me how bad the market is. And every single one of those people met 100% of the minimum requirements, because that's a rule. That's OFCCP, baby. They were fully qualified. That's your competition. So if you're an active job seeker, here's the mindset shift I'm going to ask you to consider. You need to show up as the low risk, high reward candidate. You need that resume to show you are a safe bet. Oh, you need these 5 things? Honey, I got 6. I got 5+. All right. Now, once you're in, now you get to control your destiny. Now you get to, come in and learn the ropes and figure it out and, kind of make the connections and learn the politics of your new employer. Now you're going to start raising your hand. You're going to have those growth conversations with your boss. You're going to talk about, how do I get to the next level? How do I lean into this area that I'm really interested in? How can I help support this other cool initiative? It's what I did. It's what I've done my entire career. And it's what I'm going to keep doing until they find me, unable to continue. We'll just say that. Because I'm never going to retire. I'm just going to die at my desk. I hope not, but that would be weird. So that's the mindset shift I need you to think about. We are not in a market. At least I'm not. I don't want to speak for everybody. Y'all can decide what's best for you. As always, do what serves you. Move in the ways that get you the desired result. But I'm telling you right now, if I get laid off tomorrow, I'm about to figure out how I can be the safest bet to everybody's problem. And I'm going to pursue those roles that I know I can do in my sleep. And I'm going to be humble, and I'm going to be hungry, and I'm going to go get a job. Because nothing is more important to me than being able to support my family. And I am not going to let my ego get in the way. I'm not going to let my inability to think around corners or seek out new opportunities get in my way. I'm going to target the roles where I know a hiring manager is potentially going to be very risk adverse. They're going to want the sure thing. I'm going to be the sure thing. And once I get there, they're going to love me so much that I'm going to build my own growth path wherever I am, at whatever level I'm at. Something to consider. All right? Again, y'all should do what gets you the desired results. I understand not everybody is going to like what I've said here. They're not going to agree with what I've said here. And hey, I don't pay your bills. None of my business how you decide to approach this. I just know that there's a lot of long-term unemployed who are really struggling and really losing hope that really need to hear what I just said. Friends, if that's you, I hope you take this to heart. I hope you take it in the spirit intended, which is me just trying to be really honest and transparent with you about this market that we're in and how to approach your job search a little bit differently. This is not your forever job. This is a for now job. And who knows where you'll go from here. You are only limited by your own thought process. Use it as a springboard, make connections, network within the org, even if it means going outside of the company later to get that next level up or next big job, that's okay. Do what you got to do to survive now and plant the seeds for the future. All right, y'all. I hope that helped. Please don't yell at me in the comments. I'm sensitive this week. It's been a very long week. I'm going to go finish my drink. And I'll see you next week.